welcome back to Ask a Lawyer on the Wake Up America Media Network. I'm David Blackledge. I'll be your host today, and this segment's going to be on what I call company capital food chain, capital formation, and starting up a business, and depending on the type of business, who would be investing in your business. There's a number of different people you want to look at, and first off, though, you want to look to the founders of the business. These are the people that are going to set up the organization, LLC, corporation, whichever, and you're going to be putting some money into the business. Down the road, if you're looking for investment, people are going to be very, very impressed that founders have put their own money in. Oftentimes we see people saying, well, I put in hundreds of hours in software development. That won't impress investors down the road. And here's the reason. You can still walk away from that, and although you spend time, it's not going to impact you directly. If you put your money in, or you take out credit card loans, if you take out a second mortgage, that's going to impact you. And so people are impressed when founders put in money, hard cash of some kind, to start their business and help run their business. It makes them feel more secure that you're going to stay there and really fight to make the business successful. Next up, we have friends and family. Jokingly referred to in the marketplace as friends, family, and fools, but these are people that that have available cash. And here's an interesting detail. A lot of people think that there's a friends and family exception to the investment documentation required for taking private investment. That is false. There is no such thing, and friends and family deserve the same documentation as other private investors would get. Now, the government doesn't have the wherewithal, doesn't have the staff or time to go after people that don't provide the documentation. But down the road, if Aunt Millie gives you money and she is not properly documented, people could have a cause of action against you in securities law. All I'm saying is that I'm not a securities attorney. What I'm saying is you need to check with one before you take your first money. Anything outside of the founders, you need to spend a couple dollars and go to a good securities lawyer and say, how do I do it right? It's very, very easy to get it wrong, and going to a good attorney in the securities world will probably stop you from doing it wrongly. Next, I would call the next level of the food chain will be grants, grants from foundations, government research grants, other types of non-government entities that give grants to people for doing good work. And they're good because they're non-dilutive money. They don't dilute your equity in your business, so that's fun to get. Another aspect of this would be startup incubators. There's a number of types of incubators out in the world right now that will help you anything from idea stage to practicing for venture capitalist stage later on. The difference there is that there are incubators that actually put money into their cohorts. So they may take people on board and just train them in how to run their business. And that's great. And they might give them office space or manufacturing space or something like that. Some incubators actually invest in these startup businesses or have the ability to if you're far enough along. Very, very important then, if you're looking at incubators, to see where you sit and what you might be able to get as far as an investment from them other than just great business training. Next level up is angel money, what they call seed money. Angel investment groups are what we call accredited investors. Angels and accredited investor means that you have $1 million in investable cash, not including your principal residence, or you have an income enough to sustain, either as a single or a married person, have an income consistent enough to sustain investing in businesses that can basically lose all their money. The angel world is very, very unique in that a large majority of the investments will probably never make money for you. So in every maybe 10 investments an angel makes, they may only have 1 or 2 successes, if that. So it's very, very important for angels to look at high rates of return on anything that they do succeed at. Any business that does make it, they need to have a high rate of return on. But that's called seed money. So they're very, very strict in how they invest. The number of hours of diligence they do in a company are very, very high. And there's angel groups in virtually every decent-sized city in America. And there's an Angel Capital Association nationally, and there's a couple hundred members of the ACA. So if you want to know about angel investing, look up the ACA or look at nonprofit foundations like the Kauffman Foundation out of Kansas City. And they do a lot of teaching, a lot of programmatic work on teaching entrepreneurs and startup businesses on things like how to get money, how to value your business properly, what are the types of things that these investors would look for.